What's up everyone? Welcome to the video. Today I am setting up and getting ready for a little vendor market, kind of like a farmer's market type of thing at a local private school at the Learning Experience. So they are a franchise and they're actually right down the street from my apartment building currently. So what we're doing is I'm going to show you everything that I have set up and ready to go, and then I'm going to film some clips at the vendor market itself, show you guys a little bit what we have going on. So what I'm going to be doing, I've done 2 events like this at different YMCAs. One was like a healthy kids day, the other one was a healthy family day. And what I had a lot of success with was 2 things. Number one, an obstacle course for the kids. That went really, really well both times that I ran it. And the other one was a prize wheel. So we're going to run both of those and I'll explain how they work and how I run them. But first and foremost, let's get into the obstacle course. So I have, you guys can see in here a little bit, I have my mats. I got a couple of mats ready to go. These aren't really going to be used a ton for what they're meant for generally. It's more putting stuff on the ground because we will be in a parking lot, so I am going to be on like asphalt. So I'm going to lay the mats down for some of the obstacles so that the gear isn't touching the ground directly and kids are going to be crawling a little bit. I don't want them crawling on the asphalt, so they'll crawl on the mats a little bit and I'll clean them up nice and well once we're done, so no worries there. I also have a few air shields. The kids are going to be running on top of these. I'm tailoring this for kids 3, 4, and 5 or so because it is a preschool. So I'm going to keep it very simple. They're just going to walk across on top of a few of these. I'm going to lay them down on the mats so that the blast masters, the air shields, are not getting messed up on the ground. They'll walk across a couple of them and try to balance the best that they can. I have a little tunnel here, so it expands and they get to crawl through the tunnel. Also going to be on one of the mats so they're not crawling and busting up their hands and knees on the asphalt. And then when I had moved down here and started getting gear, I also bought like a little agility set. So like hurdles, agility ladder, a couple mini cones. So I'm going to set up some of that stuff. They're going to jump over the hurdles. We're going to do a little bear walking across the cones. So it's going to be a good time. I'm keeping it very, very simple and very short today because I'm by myself. The last 2 that I did, the 2 events that I did at YMCA's, Janelle was with me and she was helping out, kind of managing the prize wheel, talking to people a little bit while I was talking to people and managing the obstacle course. I'm on my own today. It's going to be a smaller event, but I'm preparing the best that I can to keep that course a little bit smaller, have some stuff out on the table that's pretty self-explanatory. I have some flyers set up here, and I'm really excited that we actually got everything set up for the Y this week because now I have something a little bit bigger to promote. I have kids programs that are going to be launching in about 4 weeks. I have an adult self-defense kind of pop-up class that is going to be launching. We're doing that in a couple of weeks, a little bit more than a week and a half. So I have some stuff that I'm really excited about to promote. I'm going to have flyers up for the Be Your Own Bodyguard program that I'm running actually 4 weeks from today. I'm going to have a flyer up for the kids programs that are going to be launching, so I'll have those up. I'll have some business cards and that type of stuff, normal stuff that you see. I'll run the kids through the obstacle course, and then for the prize wheel, I do have to make some updates to it, but I have, if you guys can see that, I have the wheel here, and essentially how it works, there's going to be 3 slots, maybe 4, we'll see what I want to add for prizes, and if they land on one, they get a prize. I have little like bouncy balls, I have some keychains, I have some wristbands, little ninja stuff like that that's fun for the little kids. And the other slots are filled up with exercises. So things like burpees or push-ups or frog jumps or high knees. And if they land on that, they have to do that exercise, and I will, of course, do it with them. So it makes it fun for these guys. It makes movement fun. It makes there a little bit of stakes to the prize wheel. They can keep spinning to try to get to the prize, but if they keep landing on different exercises, they got to do the exercises. So it should be a fun day. That's everything that I have set up and ready to go for today. You'll be seeing some clips from the vendor market. Stay tuned. a few days later, post vendor market. I was very tired on Saturday after getting back and putting all the gear away, cleaning everything up, and just being outside working with families all day on my own. We ended up going to Disney Saturday night, so I went out to the parks for a little bit, went to dinner. That was really nice. And for the last couple of days, I've been thinking about what I wanted to say for this part of the video, to be honest. The turnout was not what we expected. I was told to expect like between 40 and 100 people because they got about 100 people at a Touch a Truck event they did a few weeks ago, and I probably had no more than 20 families come up, probably closer to like 12 or 15. Really not that much at all, and I did get to connect with a few of the other vendors. So honestly, it was a little disappointing for that in that term. However, it did give me a little bit more experience and a little bit more just getting myself out there, putting myself out there in general, doing things that make me uncomfortable, and I can take a little bit of feedback moving forward to make events like this in the future a little bit better. There's another one that's going to come up in about 5 or 6 weeks or so that I'm going to be running. Not sure if I'll be on my own or if I'll have Janelle with me, but I can take the feedback that I got and that I'm taking from this event and apply it to that one and constantly learn and move forward. So in terms of marketing and promotion, I got a couple people that were interested in programs at the Y, in Be Your Own Bodyguard, but in general, just not enough volume of people to really have a meaningful impact. However, I will say I made some good connections and had some good conversations with a few parents that could very well set the groundwork and lay seeds for major things to happen. So it only takes, 1 or 2 people to connect with and really build a connection and a relationship with to, blow things up a lot. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I'm looking forward to getting these programs launched and continuing to promote leading up to it. And I had a good time. It was fun getting out there, getting in front of people, getting outside of my comfort zone, doing things that I wouldn't normally do. And even though it wasn't the turnout that we were expecting, I'm glad I did it, because the more I do things like this, the more I let people know about my stuff and about what I have to offer, even if it's just a handful of people, the better. So I'm going to keep doing things like this, even if they are smaller events or if they're bigger events. I'm going to keep doing as many of these types of things as I can, get myself out there in front of people, get out of my comfort zone, and continue to try to make an impact. So thank you for coming along with me. If you have any questions, or if you are in the Orlando area or know someone in the Orlando area who wants to learn self-defense, martial arts, or want to get their kids in different programs, let them know to hit me up. They can send me a message on any of my social media platforms. They can email me. You guys can go to my website and find all that info as well. But I appreciate you being here, following along on the journey, and watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.